Hello, everybody, and welcome into this week's episode of the Magnify Wealth Podcast. I'm Cameron Gannon, here with my co-host, Scott Gannon. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Today, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to follow up on our episode we did, episode number 7, Building a Strong Financial Foundation. We did a bit of a follow-up last time where we talked, we expanded on the protection aspect of that episode. Today, we're going to be looking at the expansion side and how creating a very strong foundation allows you to be ready when a very, very lucrative opportunity comes across your desk.
Those opportunities can be market-based, they could be economic events, global things. They can be opportunities just in your backyard. So they could be a neighbor trying to sell his house as fast as he can or her because there's a divorce happening or a business that is just not operating well. You notice it, you want to talk to the owner, you want to make some sort of deal. These are the opportunities we're talking about. When you can lay cash in someone's hand, those are when you can really have explosive profits. So we'll start by reviewing the foundational aspect of this, and then we'll kind of go into a little deeper on these types of events or opportunities. So first thing is wealth building does require that strong foundation, as we've said so many times. And I used this analogy in that prior episode that Cameron referenced, episode 7, and that is comparing the foundation to the foundation of a house. So if you want your financial pyramid, if you will, to grow very large, then you're going to want a very large, strong foundation. So the difference between a house and a skyscraper. Do you want your foundation to be a skyscraper? Then you really want to have explosive growth. You want that skyscraper to be solid, not fall down.
Yeah, so to create that foundation, the best way to do that is to save, and probably save a little bit more. We want you guys to have an uncommon goal of saving, 10, 20, 30, 40% of your income, where most Canadians are in the average range of about 4%.
Yeah, and in order to do that, you really need to understand the creative strategies that are involved to get you to those numbers.
Exactly, and most people aren't saving enough due to spending habits, of course, and underestimating the amount of savings they should be doing. So we like to almost flip the savings strategy on its head a bit. Most people save last. They pay their expenses, and whatever's left over is saved. We flip that upside down. Save first. Save a intentional amount of money up front, and then make sure the spending comes afterward, so that you can again be more intentional and hit those benchmarks that you want to hit.
Right. So the savings alternatives, just a quick review here again, back in episode 7, we go a little deeper on this, but essentially there's banks, you can have savings accounts, stocks, bonds, and what we always recommend, what we deal in mostly is high cash value life insurance. So I'll go back, banks, they're safe, but it's low interest, fees, doesn't protect against inflation, and the interest that you get is taxable. Bonds and stocks, well, they're risk capital. They should not even be entering the equation of savings. They are investing. They are investing vehicles. So then we go to high cash value life insurance, which has that, as I always talk about, the luck factor, liquidity, use, and control, and leverageable on demand, which is absolutely awesome feature because it's contractual.
And unlike banks, bonds, and stocks too, when structured correctly, it is a tax-free savings vehicle.
Exactly.
So why is today such an incredible time to be a great saver? Well, the potential for a Black Swan event. And what is a Black Swan event? They are rare, impactful events that create financial opportunities for those that are prepared. So we're going to look at a couple of them, but I just want to start you off thinking about COVID. You know, we've seen incredible growth from the ultra wealthy, the Jeff Bezoses, the Elon Musks. They quadrupled their wealth in a year or two during COVID. The reason they did that is they were prepared for a Black Swan event, meaning stuff was like investments were at an all-time discount.
Yeah, and they were obviously positioned with cash, and of course they have, you know, the people with that kind of money, they obviously have access to significant credit or capital through their own means. So, but yeah, so like, I mean, we talked again back in episode 7, talk about different events over time, but they generally happen basically every 8 or 10 years or 7 years. And yeah, so it's really about waiting for these events. So, and the cool thing about investing this way is if you're a consistent saver, if all you did was just save, and then have the understanding and ability and willingness to take advantage of these opportunities, then you could literally be exposed to risk, maybe 20-30% of your time, and most of the time just being safe, just waiting for these opportunities and getting out of them, if you want to. But then again, you can also hold them. So there's different things you can do, because when you're making that kind of money out of an event, you may want to hold that stuff, you know, replenish your cash, and then hold on to the rest. So there's real opportunity here to dive in, take advantage of that opportunity, get that outsized gain, and then move on.
And we've seen Black Swan events a number of times in the recent history. We had the 1990s, the Canadian real estate. We had the financial crisis of 2008, but I mean also the early 2000s as well with the dot-com burst.
Yep.
We had the United States real estate dip after the 2008 crisis from about 2009 to 2012. We had COVID as well. So these things happen often. You know, you don't have to wait a couple of generations to find opportunity. You always use the example. You were always told it happens once in a generation, and now generations are dog years.
Dog years now, exactly. So,
but no, so you know, experts are predicting the next Black Swan event could happen in the next 2 to 5 years. I mean, 5 years seems like we're seeing Black Swan events every 5 years at this point anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, the key here is we don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know. You just got to recognize it when you see it, and whatever that be. And it may be just it may be a specific real estate market. It may be just an interest rate crisis of some sort. It may be like something localized, like you know, in your own hometown, like an industry up and leaves or whatever. These are events that, you know, it's like I said, you got to calculate your risk and then say, is this an opportunity, and make those decisions. But again, the only way you can actually take advantage of that is be ready. And when I mean be ready is have that cash available and accessible. So that's the big thing.
So to do that, it starts today. You don't wait till the next Black Swan event to start. You start today, building that foundation so that you are prepared and ready, aim, fire when that opportunity presents itself. So remember that wealth building, it's not about making risky investments. You know, you see that in all those wealth conferences is you know, you need to attack the high risk because that's where you get the high reward. No, it's about having that foundation so that you're prepared when there's a high reward, low risk situation that presents itself.
Yeah, when you're talking about low risk, this is you know, this goes down to your education as well. The better educated you are on any subject or any industry or whatever opportunity you're looking at, that is the key. When you're prepared and educated, understand your market, understand what you want to do. These things are all reasons to take risk off the table for you. So, and again, the whole thing is about being prepared with cash. then that cash needs to be ready, available, accessible. And as like I say, the best vehicle for that is high cash value life insurance. Why? Because it is tax protected, it is growing, and it keeps growing when you use it. So it has that multiple use.
And that's exactly when I say you need to start today and not when the event happens. That is the ideal method, is to start, building a high cash value whole life insurance so that you can have that safe, liquid, leverageable saving and be ready to, like I said, ready, aim, fire.
Yeah, methodical, intentional saving.
Exactly. Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode. Please do review episode number 7 if you haven't already, or even if you have already. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for coming out this week. We will see you next week.
Have a great week.
Thanks for tuning in to the Magnify Wealth Podcast with Scott Gannon. Remember to subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform for more insights on the infinite banking concept. Until next time, remember, immediate action is the most efficient way to achieve your goals.